Welcome, friends. Today, we're diving into a journey that can transform your life. Success is not just about talent, luck, or working harder. It's about the habits you practice every day. The small, consistent actions you take shape your future more than anything else. In this series, we will explore 10 powerful habits of successful people, habits that help them stay productive, positive, and purposeful. From managing time effectively, maintaining health, cultivating a positive mindset, building networks, to giving back and creating a lasting impact, these habits are the building blocks of achievement. Whether you're a student, professional, or entrepreneur, these strategies are practical, actionable, and proven. Stick with us as we uncover each habit and learn how you can integrate them into your daily life to reach your goals and live a more fulfilled, successful life. Let's get started. Habit 1. Clear goals. Have you ever felt lost in life? Like you are walking, working, and trying, but you don't really know where you are going? Many people live like that. They wake up, they go to work, they spend their time, but they don't have a clear direction. That's why today, I want to talk about the first habit of every successful person: clear goals. Without goals, you are like a ship without a compass. But with clear goals, you can navigate any storm and reach your destination. Successful people don't just wish or hope. They decide exactly what they want. A goal is like a map. Imagine going on a road trip without knowing your destination. You would drive in circles, waste fuel, and probably give up. But if you have a map, you know the exact steps, when to turn left, when to go straight, and how far you are from your destination. That's how goals work in life. They guide you, they focus your energy, and they stop you from wasting time on things that don't matter. Do you know why most people never reach success? Because they never decide what success means for them. They say, "I want to be rich," but they never define how rich. They say, "I want to be happy," but they don't know what happiness looks like. Without clarity, dreams remain dreams. Successful people understand that a goal must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. This is called the SMART goal system. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get fit," they say, "I want to lose 10 kilograms in 6 months by exercising 3 times a week." That's clear, measurable, and trackable. Let me share a story. There were 2 friends. One had no clear goals, just vague wishes. He said, "Someday, I'll be successful." The other friend wrote down his goals clearly. "I will save $5,000 in 1 year. I will learn digital marketing skills, and I will apply for at least 20 jobs in my field." After 1 year, guess what happened? The first friend was still saying, "Someday." The second friend had a better job, extra savings, and new skills. Why? Because his goals were clear, and clarity creates action. So, how can you do the same? Let me give you 5 simple steps. Step 1. Write it down. Don't just think about your goals, put them on paper. Writing makes them real. Step 2. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want more money," say, "I want to earn $1,000 extra each month." Step 3. Break it down. Big goals can feel overwhelming, so divide them into smaller steps. For example, if your goal is to read 24 books in a year, focus on 2 books each month. Step 4. Set a deadline. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. Deadlines create urgency and focus. Step 5. Review regularly. Look at your goals every week and ask yourself, am I moving closer or further away? These 5 steps are simple, but they separate dreamers from achievers. Clear goals also change your mindset. When you wake up with a clear goal, your day has meaning. You don't waste time scrolling endlessly on your phone because you know what to do and why it matters. Think of athletes. They don't train aimlessly. They have a goal. Run 100 meters in less than 10 seconds, lift a certain weight, or win a medal. That goal pushes them forward even when training is hard. In the same way, when your life has a clear goal, discipline becomes easier. Here's a simple routine you can try. Every morning, write down the 3 most important things you must do that day to move closer to your goal. Just 3, not 20, not 50, only 3. If your goal is to learn English, maybe today's 3 tasks are: learn 20 new words, practice speaking for 15 minutes, and watch a 10-minute English video. Small steps, done daily, create big results. Do you know why many people lose motivation? Because they don't see progress. If your goal is vague, like be successful, you'll never know if you are getting closer. But if your goal is clear, you can measure progress, and that progress gives you motivation. Imagine going to the gym. If you don't track your weight or your reps, you'll feel stuck. But if you see that last week you lifted 20 kilograms and today you lifted 25, you feel stronger. Progress inspires you to keep going. Clear goals create that feeling of progress. Of course, life is full of challenges. You will face distractions, failures, and delays, but clear goals help you stay strong. Imagine you are driving to a city. On the way, there is traffic, maybe even a flat tire. Do you give up and go home? Number. You fix the tire, you wait through traffic, and you keep going because you know where you're going. Without clear goals, the first challenge will stop you. But with clear goals, challenges are just obstacles on the way, not the end of the road. So, my friend, let me ask you, what are your goals? Not vague dreams, but real, clear, specific goals. Take 10 minutes today, grab a pen, and write them down. Decide what you want, when you want it, and how you'll get it. Remember this: people who fail live by chance. People who succeed live by choice, and choice begins with clear goals. Don't wait for someday, start today. Your future begins with the goals you set right now. Habit 2. Consistency. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants change. Everyone wants results. But very few people get them, and the reason is simple. Most people quit too early. They start with excitement. They feel motivated for a few days, but then they stop. That's why the second habit of successful people is consistency. Success is not built in a day, it is built every day. Small steps, repeated again and again, create big results. Think about a drop of water falling on a rock. 1 drop does nothing, 10 drops do nothing. But after thousands of drops, the rock begins to change. That is the power of consistency. Many people underestimate the impact of small daily actions, but successful people know that what you do repeatedly shapes your future more than what you do occasionally. Consistency is the bridge between goals and achievement. Let me ask you this: have you ever started something with excitement but never finished it? Maybe it was going to the gym, learning a new language, or starting a business. At the beginning, you were full of energy, but after a week or two, you lost interest. That is normal. Motivation fades, but consistency is what carries you through when motivation disappears. Successful people don't rely on feelings, they rely on habits. They keep going, even on the days they don't feel like it. Imagine planting a seed. If you water it once and then stop, it will die. but if you water it a little every day, it grows into a strong tree. The same applies to your dreams. If you only work on them when you feel like it, they will never grow. If you work on them every day, even in small ways, they will become reality. Consistency turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Here's a story for you. A man wanted to get healthy, so he decided to run. On the first day, he ran 5 kilometers. He was proud, but the next day, his body hurt, so he stopped. Another man also wanted to get healthy, but instead of running 5 kilometers on the first day, he started small. He walked for 10 minutes every day. After 1 week, he increased to 15 minutes. After 1 month, he was jogging for 30 minutes daily. 6 months later, he was running 5 kilometers easily. Who do you think was successful? The second man, because he was consistent. The first man had passion, but no consistency. The second man had patience and discipline, and that made all the difference. Consistency also builds trust in yourself. Every time you do what you promised yourself, you grow stronger. Every time you break your promise, you lose confidence. Think of it like this. If a friend always cancels on you, would you trust them? Number. In the same way, if you always break your promises to yourself, you stop believing in your own words. But if you are consistent, your brain starts to trust you. That trust becomes confidence, and confidence becomes success. So, how can you become consistent? Let me share 3 practical tips. First, start small. Don't try to change everything at once. If you want to exercise, don't start with 2 hours at the gym. Start with 10 minutes a day. Small wins create momentum. Second, create a routine. Tie your new habit to something you already do. For example, if you want to read more, read for 10 minutes right after your morning coffee. Third, track your progress. Use a calendar or journal to mark the days you completed your habit. Seeing progress will motivate you to keep going. Another important thing about consistency is patience. We live in a world of instant results. People want quick money, quick success, quick fame, but real success takes time. Think about bamboo trees. For years you see nothing after planting the seed, but underground the roots are growing strong. Then, suddenly, in one season, the bamboo shoots up meters tall. That's how consistency works. At first, you may not see results, but if you keep going, suddenly everything changes. You might ask, what if I fail one day? What if I miss my routine? That's okay. Consistency does not mean perfection. It means persistence. Missing one day will not destroy you. Quitting will. Successful people understand this. They forgive themselves for mistakes and get back on track immediately. The key is not to be perfect, but to never give up. Consistency also beats talent. Many people are talented, but they don't practice regularly. They waste their gifts. Meanwhile, an ordinary person who works consistently can surpass a talented person who is lazy. Think of athletes, musicians, or writers. The best are not always the most talented. They are the most consistent. Day after day, they practice their craft. That's what makes them extraordinary. Let me give you a practical daily challenge. Choose one goal. For the next 30 days, commit to doing one small action for it every single day. If your goal is to write 1 page daily. If your goal is fitness, exercise for 15 minutes daily. If your goal is learning English, spend 20 minutes practicing daily. It may feel small, but after 30 days, you will see massive progress. More importantly, you will train your brain in consistency, and that is priceless. Remember, Consistency creates habits, habits create routines, and routines create lifestyles. Your lifestyle shapes your destiny. So if you want to change your life, don't focus on big, dramatic actions. Focus on small, consistent ones. Success is not about doing something once in a while. It's about doing the right thing every day. So, my friend, ask yourself, what is one area of your life where you need more consistency? Write it down. Commit to it. Don't wait for motivation, because motivation will come and go. Build discipline through consistency, and you will see your dreams grow. The secret of success is not in intensity, it is in consistency. Start small, stay steady, and watch your life transform. Habit 3. Reading and learning. Have you ever noticed that the most successful people in the world are always students, even long after they leave school? They never stop learning. They never stop reading. They never stop feeding their mind. That's why the third habit of successful people is reading and learning. Knowledge is power, but more importantly, applied knowledge is freedom. When you learn something new, you expand your mind, your opportunities, and your future. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you never train it, it becomes weak. But if you challenge it daily, it grows stronger. Reading and learning are like exercise for the mind. The more you read, the more you expose yourself to new ideas, different perspectives, and creative solutions. Every book you read is like having a private conversation with the author, learning from their years of experience in just a few hours. Successful people understand this. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, spends about 80% of his day reading. Bill Gates reads around 50 books a year. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science through books. These people prove that success is not only about working hard, but also about learning smart. Reading is like building a library of wisdom inside your mind, and you can use that wisdom to make better decisions, solve problems, and create new opportunities. But why is reading so powerful? Because it exposes you to things you would never experience personally. You can read about history and learn from the mistakes of leaders. You can read about business and learn strategies without losing money. You can read about psychology and understand yourself and others better. Books are like mentors who guide you without ever meeting you. They allow you to borrow someone else's brain for a little while, and that can save you years of trial and error. Now, some people say, "I don't have time to read." But the truth is, everyone has time. It's about priorities. If you have time to scroll on social media for an hour, you have time to read. Even 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. That's almost 90 hours a year. Imagine what you could learn in that time. Successful people don't wait for free time. They create time to learn. They know that reading is not a waste of time. It's an investment in themselves. Let me share a story. There was a man who worked a simple job. He wanted to change his life, but didn't have money for courses or expensive schools. So, he went to the library every week. He borrowed books on business, psychology, and personal growth. He read every night before bed, even just for 20 minutes. Over time, his mind changed. He started thinking differently, making better choices, and eventually started his own small business. Within a few years, he was more successful than he ever imagined. What changed his life? Books, learning, the habit of reading. But reading alone is not enough. You must also apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is like buying seeds but never planting them. Successful people don't just read and collect facts. They highlight, take notes, and put ideas into practice. For example, if they read about time management, they try a new system the next day. If they read about health, they change their diet or exercise routine. Learning becomes transformation only when applied. So, how can you build this habit of reading and learning? Start simple. First, set a goal to read at least 10 to 15 minutes every day. Choose a time that works best for you, maybe in the morning, during lunch, or before bed. Second, always carry a book or use an app on your phone so you can read anywhere. Instead of scrolling through social media while waiting, read a few pages. Third, choose books that inspire and challenge you. Start with topics that connect to your goals: finance, communication, health, or personal growth. Finally, take notes. Write down the most powerful lessons and review them often. And remember, reading is not the only way to learn. You can listen to audiobooks, watch educational videos, take online courses, or even learn from mentors and peers. The point is to keep growing. The world is always changing, and if you stop learning, you fall behind. But if you keep learning, you stay ahead, ready for any challenge or opportunity. Some people believe they already know enough, but that is a dangerous mindset. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. Think about technology. 10 years ago, many jobs didn't even exist that are now common. The people who adapted, who learned new skills, survived and thrived. The people who refused to learn got left behind. That's why continuous learning is not just a habit for success. It's a necessity for survival in today's world. Let me give you a simple daily challenge. For the next 30 days, read at least 10 pages of a book every day. That's it, 10 pages. At the end of the month, you'll have finished a whole book, maybe even 2. In 1 year, you could finish 12 to 24 books, which could completely transform your knowledge and perspective. Think about it. One book might contain the single idea that changes your entire life. Reading and learning also improve your communication. When you read, you learn new words, expressions, and ways to explain ideas. This makes you more confident in conversations, more persuasive in discussions, and more creative in problem solving. A person who reads regularly will always have an advantage in both personal and professional life. So, my friend, I want to ask you, when was the last time you read a book? Not for school, not for work, but for your own growth. If it's been a while, this is your sign to start again. Remember, your brain is your greatest asset. Feed it daily with knowledge, and it will reward you with opportunities. Successful people are lifelong learners because they know that every page, every lesson, every idea builds the future they want. Don't wait until tomorrow. Start today. Pick up a book, listen to an audiobook, or watch a course. Dedicate a small part of your day to learning, because the more you learn, the more you can achieve. And the more you achieve, the more you can give to the world. Reading and learning are not just habits of successful people. They are habits of wise people, fulfilled people, and happy people. Your next chapter of success could begin with the next chapter of a book. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. Habit 4. Time management. Time is the most valuable resource we all have. You cannot buy more time, borrow it, or save it for later. Once it passes, it's gone forever. Yet, most people waste hours every day without realizing it. That's why the 4th habit of successful people is time management. They don't get more hours than you. They simply know how to use their hours wisely. Mastering time management is not just about being busy. It's about being effective, focusing on what truly matters, and making every minute count. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. They fill their days with endless tasks, meetings, and distractions, but at the end of the day, they wonder why nothing meaningful was achieved. Successful people know the difference. They focus on high-priority tasks that move them closer to their goals. They understand that not all tasks are equal. Learning to prioritize is the first step in mastering time management. One practical method that successful people use is called the 80-20 principle or Pareto principle. It states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. That means a small number of activities create the biggest impact. Identifying these high-impact tasks allows you to focus on what truly matters. For example, instead of replying to every email immediately, a successful person prioritizes the tasks that generate results first, then handles the smaller tasks. This ensures their energy is spent where it counts most. Planning is also essential. Successful people plan their day, their week, and sometimes even their month. They write down their tasks, set deadlines, and create schedules that are realistic. This doesn't mean they are rigid, it means they are intentional. Time management is about knowing what you need to do and when, so you can avoid wasting energy on unimportant activities. A plan acts like a roadmap, keeping you on track and preventing chaos. Let me share a story. There were two colleagues given the same project. One of them started working immediately without planning. He worked long hours, jumped between tasks, and stayed late at night. The other colleague spent a short time planning, prioritizing, and breaking the project into clear steps. At the end of the week, the second colleague finished on time with quality results, while the first colleague barely completed half the work and felt exhausted. The difference? Time management. Planning and prioritization allowed one to achieve more with less stress. Another important aspect of time management is avoiding distractions. Social media, unnecessary meetings, and multitasking are thieves of time. Successful people protect their focus. They set boundaries, turn off notifications, and dedicate focused time blocks to important work. Even short bursts of distraction can reduce efficiency, so they create an environment that supports concentration. When you manage your attention, you manage your time. Time management also involves knowing your peak energy hours. Successful people understand when they are most productive, morning, afternoon, or evening, and schedule their most important tasks during these periods. They don't waste peak energy on trivial tasks. Imagine trying to solve a complex problem when your mind is tired. It will take longer, and the result will be lower quality. Aligning tasks with energy levels ensures efficiency and better performance. Delegation is another secret of time management. Successful people don't try to do everything themselves. They delegate tasks that others can do effectively, freeing their own time for tasks that require their unique skills. Delegation not only saves time, but also empowers others and creates a more productive team. A daily routine is a powerful tool for managing time. Successful people often have morning routines that prepare them for a productive day. They might start with exercise, reading, or planning their day. This sets the tone for focused, intentional work. Even small routines, like checking emails only twice a day or batching similar tasks together, can save hours of wasted time every week. Time management also teaches you to say no. Many people overcommit because they want to please others or fear missing opportunities. Successful people understand that every yes to an unimportant task is a no to something important. Learning to politely say no protects your time and keeps you focused on your priorities. Every minute spent wisely compounds over time into massive results. Let me give you a practical daily exercise. At the start of your day, write down your top 3 tasks that must be done. Focus only on completing these before moving to less important tasks. Avoid multitasking. Dedicate uninterrupted time blocks to these tasks. At the end of the day, review what you achieved and adjust your plan for tomorrow. This simple habit can transform your productivity and help you achieve more with less stress. Remember, time is the one resource you can never recover. Successful people know this and treat it with respect. They plan, prioritize, focus, delegate, and protect their time. By mastering time management, you create space for growth, learning, and achieving your goals. Being busy is easy. Being productive is a skill, and it's a skill anyone can learn. So, my friend, ask yourself, how are you spending your time today? Are your daily actions aligned with your goals, or are they random? Make a commitment to manage your time better. Start by planning, focusing on priorities, avoiding distractions, and respecting your energy. With consistent effort, time management will become a habit, and that habit will lead you closer to success every single day. Habit 5. Healthy lifestyle. Have you ever noticed how often successful people emphasize health? They don't just focus on work, money, or skills. They prioritize their body and mind. That's why the 5th habit of successful people is maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Your body and mind are your most valuable assets. Without them, achieving your goals becomes much harder. Energy, focus, and mental clarity all depend on how you treat yourself every single day. A healthy lifestyle is not just about looking good. It's about feeling strong, having energy, and thinking clearly. Many people ignore this, thinking they can sacrifice sleep, nutrition, or exercise for work. But over time, neglecting your health leads to fatigue, stress, and burnout. Successful people understand that long-term success requires long-term self-care. They invest in themselves by keeping their body and mind in top condition. Exercise is a cornerstone of a healthy lifestyle. Regular physical activity strengthens your body, improves endurance, and releases endorphins, which boost mood and mental clarity. Successful people often schedule workouts as part of their daily routine. It doesn't have to be extreme. Walking, jogging, yoga, or simple bodyweight exercises are enough to create lasting benefits. The key is consistency. Even 20 to 30 minutes daily makes a significant difference over time. Nutrition is equally important. What you eat directly affects your energy levels, focus, and overall well-being. Successful people pay attention to balanced meals, including protein, healthy fats, vegetables, and whole grains. They avoid excessive sugar, junk food, and processed meals that drain energy. Think of food as fuel. If you put low-quality fuel into a high-performance car, it won't run well. Your body is no different. Feed it properly to perform at your best. Sleep is another essential factor. Many people underestimate the power of rest. Without sufficient sleep, your brain cannot function optimally, memory declines, decision-making suffers, and stress increases. Successful people prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. They understand that a well-rested mind is more creative, focused, and productive than a tired one. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a requirement for high performance. Mental health is also part of a healthy lifestyle. Stress, anxiety, and negative thoughts can sabotage even the most disciplined plans. Successful people manage stress through meditation, mindfulness, journaling, or simply spending time in nature. They take breaks, reflect, and recharge. A healthy mind allows them to make better decisions, stay calm under pressure, and maintain clarity when challenges arise. Let me share a story. A young entrepreneur worked 16-hour days, rarely slept, ate fast food, and ignored exercise. At first, he felt unstoppable, but after a few months, he became exhausted, sick, and unable to focus. He realized he could not continue like this. He started small, 30 minutes of daily exercise, balanced meals, and 8 hours of sleep. Within weeks, his energy returned, his focus improved, and he became more productive than before. His secret? Taking care of his body and mind. Success without health is unsustainable. A healthy lifestyle also builds discipline. Waking up early to exercise, choosing nutritious meals, and sticking to a sleep schedule requires self-control. This discipline often carries over to other areas of life: work, goals, learning, and relationships. When you can take care of yourself consistently, you naturally develop habits that support success in every area. Another aspect of a healthy lifestyle is avoiding harmful substances. Excessive alcohol, smoking, or drug use may offer temporary relief or pleasure, but can destroy long-term health and productivity. Successful people protect their body like an investment. They understand that nothing you achieve is worth losing your health. Prevention is always better than treatment. Hydration is a simple yet often overlooked habit. Drinking enough water keeps your body functioning properly, improves concentration, and helps maintain energy levels. Many successful people start their day with a glass of water or keep a water bottle nearby to stay hydrated throughout the day. Small habits like this compound over time into significant benefits. Practical daily habits for a healthy lifestyle can start small. 1. Exercise for at least 20 minutes. 2. Eat balanced meals and avoid processed foods. 3. Drink enough water. 4. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep. 5. Take short breaks to relax and clear your mind. By building these habits gradually, you create a foundation for long-term health, energy, and productivity. Finally, a healthy lifestyle improves confidence and mental resilience. When you feel strong and energized, you approach challenges with courage and clarity. You are more productive, more focused, and more capable of handling pressure. Success becomes easier to achieve because your body and mind are fully aligned with your goals. So, my friend, ask yourself, how are you treating your body today? Are you fueling it properly, exercising, and resting enough? If not, start today. Your health is the foundation upon which all success is built. Remember, you can achieve anything with knowledge, skills, and persistence, but without health, your journey will be much harder. Make your body and mind your top priority, and you will find that every other habit becomes easier to maintain. A healthy lifestyle is not just a habit of successful people. It is the key to sustaining success for a lifetime. Habit 6. Positive mindset. Have you ever noticed that successful people seem to stay calm under pressure, bounce back from failures, and see opportunities where others see obstacles? That's no accident. The 6th habit of successful people is a positive mindset. Your mindset shapes how you perceive the world, how you respond to challenges, and how far you can go in life. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with hope, resilience, and a focus on solutions. Life is unpredictable. Problems will come, setbacks will happen, and sometimes things won't go your way. But how you react determines your results. People with a negative mindset get stuck in fear, self-doubt, and frustration. They focus on problems and obstacles. People with a positive mindset focus on opportunities, solutions, and growth. They don't pretend life is perfect. They train their mind to handle difficulties with courage and optimism. A positive mindset begins with self-talk. The words you say to yourself matter more than you realize. For example, saying, "I can't do this" creates doubt and fear, while saying, "I will try my best and learn" motivates action and builds confidence. Successful people are aware of their inner dialogue. They replace negative thoughts with positive ones and focus on what they can control. This shift in thinking changes behavior, builds resilience, and opens doors to new possibilities. Gratitude is another powerful tool. People with a positive mindset focus on what they have rather than what they lack. They celebrate small victories and acknowledge progress, even when the bigger goal is not yet achieved. Gratitude creates a sense of abundance, reduces stress, and improves overall happiness. Successful people often keep gratitude journals, writing down 3 things they are thankful for each day. This simple habit rewires the brain to see opportunities instead of problems. Visualization is also key. Successful people imagine the outcome they desire, not just the challenges. When you visualize your success, your brain starts to work toward it subconsciously. You notice opportunities, make better decisions, and stay motivated. Visualization is not wishful thinking. It's a mental rehearsal that prepares you for action. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and artists all use this technique to achieve extraordinary results. Another important element is reframing failure. People with a positive mindset don't see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. Each mistake is a lesson, each setback an opportunity to improve. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Did he give up? Number. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is the essence of a positive mindset, viewing challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Surrounding yourself with positivity is equally important. Successful people choose their environment carefully. They spend time with people who inspire, motivate, and challenge them. They limit exposure to negativity, gossip, and toxic influences. Your environment affects your mindset. If you surround yourself with negativity, it will influence your thoughts. Surround yourself with positivity, and it will lift you higher. Self-care also supports a positive mindset. Physical health, proper sleep, and relaxation contribute to mental clarity and emotional stability. A tired, stressed, or overworked mind struggles to maintain optimism. Successful people prioritize both mental and physical well-being to maintain a positive attitude, even during difficult times. Daily habits can strengthen your positive mindset. Start by writing down one positive thing about yourself each day. Reflect on challenges you overcame and what you learned. Practice affirmations that reinforce your confidence and resilience. Take time to meditate or practice mindfulness, which helps you stay present and calm. These small daily habits compound into a mindset that is strong, adaptable, and optimistic. Let me share a story. There was a young woman who faced repeated failures in her business. At first, she felt discouraged and considered giving up. Then, she shifted her mindset. Instead of focusing on failure, she focused on learning from each experience. She celebrated small wins, visualized her future success, and sought guidance from mentors. Within a few years, her business grew successfully, and she became a source of inspiration for others. Her success was not just talent or luck, it was her positive mindset that carried her through. It's also important to take action. A positive mindset without action is meaningless. Your thoughts shape your behavior, but action brings results. Successful people combine optimism with action. They plan, execute, and adjust, knowing that setbacks are part of the journey. A positive mindset motivates them to persist when others quit. So, how can you cultivate a positive mindset starting today? Begin with awareness. Notice your thoughts and recognize negative patterns. Replace them with empowering alternatives. Practice gratitude daily. Reflect on lessons learned from challenges. Visualize your success and surround yourself with supportive, uplifting people. Take care of your body and mind and commit to consistent action toward your goals. These practices will gradually train your brain to stay positive, focused, and resilient. Remember, your mindset is not fixed. It can be developed and strengthened over time. A positive mindset will help you overcome obstacles, stay motivated, and see possibilities where others see barriers. It will give you confidence in your abilities and inspire those around you. Life will always throw challenges your way, but with a positive mindset, you can face them with courage, clarity, and determination. So, my friend, ask yourself, how are you thinking today? Are your thoughts empowering you or holding you back? Shift your perspective, focus on solutions, embrace gratitude, and visualize your success. A positive mindset is not just a habit. It is the foundation for achieving your dreams, maintaining happiness, and thriving in any situation. Start now, train your mind, and watch how your life transforms. Habit 7. Networking. Have you ever wondered why some people always seem to have the right opportunities, connections, and support, while others struggle alone? The 7th habit of successful people is networking. Building relationships, connecting with others, and creating a strong network is not just a nice to have. It's essential for growth, learning, and opportunities. Networking opens doors that knowledge, skills, or hard work alone cannot always open. Networking is more than collecting contacts or adding friends on social media. It is about building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships. Successful people focus on giving value to others before expecting anything in return. They help, support, and inspire, creating trust and loyalty. Over time, these relationships become a powerful network that can offer guidance, opportunities, advice, and collaboration. Why is networking so important? Because opportunities rarely appear in isolation. Jobs, projects, partnerships, and mentorships often come through people, not ads or websites. By expanding your network, you increase your chances of discovering new opportunities. A single conversation can change your life. Networking is not about luck. It's about positioning yourself where opportunities can find you and being ready when they do. Successful networking requires authenticity. People can sense when you are only connecting for selfish reasons. Genuine interest, listening, and caring about others' success create meaningful bonds. Ask questions, learn about their challenges and goals, and offer help where you can. Networking is a two-way street. It's about relationships, not transactions. When you focus on giving, you naturally attract others who are willing to support you in return. Let me give you a story. A young professional attended a conference and talked to people politely, but only asked about potential job opportunities. The conversations were shallow, and nothing came from it. Another professional attended the same conference, listened carefully, shared ideas, offered help, and genuinely connected with people. Months later, when a great job opened, several attendees recommended her. The difference? Genuine networking and relationship building. Success is often found in the quality of your connections, not the quantity. Networking also allows you to learn and grow faster. By surrounding yourself with people who are skilled, knowledgeable, and experienced, you gain insights that would take years to discover on your own. Mentors, peers, and collaborators share wisdom, advice, and lessons from their journeys. Successful people use their networks as a source of continuous learning. They ask questions, observe strategies, and apply new ideas to accelerate their own growth. Another benefit of networking is support during challenges. Life and business are full of obstacles. When you face difficulties, a strong network provides advice, encouragement, and sometimes direct help. Successful people don't try to solve every problem alone. They know the value of reaching out to the right people for guidance. A supportive network reduces stress, expands perspective, and increases problem-solving capacity. So how can you build a strong network? First, start with people you know, friends, colleagues, mentors, and classmates. Nurture these relationships by staying in touch, offering help, and celebrating their successes. Second, expand your circle. Attend conferences, workshops, online forums, and community events where people share your interests or goals. Third, focus on quality over quantity. A few strong, meaningful connections are more valuable than hundreds of shallow contacts. Fourth, follow up. Relationships require attention. A simple message, coffee meeting, or call keeps the connection alive. Social media can also be a powerful networking tool if used wisely. Platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or industry-specific forums allow you to connect with experts and peers globally. Share insights, comment thoughtfully, and engage in meaningful conversations. But remember, online connections are only as valuable as the effort you put into cultivating them. Networking is about relationships, not numbers. Networking is not just professional. Personal connections matter too. Family, friends, and community can provide emotional support, mentorship, and guidance. Successful people balance both personal and professional networks to create a holistic support system. Relationships are not just tools for opportunity. They enrich life, bring perspective, and offer guidance when needed. Let me give you a practical daily habit. Make it a goal to connect with at least one new person every week. It could be a colleague, a peer, or someone in your industry. Listen actively, ask questions, and offer help. Maintain existing relationships by sending a message, sharing helpful information, or simply checking in. Over time, these small efforts compound into a strong, supportive, and valuable network. Finally, networking requires patience. Relationships don't produce immediate results. Building trust, understanding, and loyalty takes time. Successful people know this and invest consistently in nurturing connections. They are patient, genuine, and persistent. They understand that success is not just what you know or do, it's also about who you know and how you engage with them. So, my friend, ask yourself, how strong is your network today? Are you connecting genuinely, learning, and growing through relationships? Or are you missing opportunities by isolating yourself? Start small, be genuine, offer value, and stay consistent. Networking is a habit that pays off in countless ways, from career advancement to personal growth. Build your network today, and it will become one of your greatest assets for tomorrow's success. Habit 8. Goal review and reflection. Have you ever set a goal, worked hard for weeks or months, and then realized you were moving in the wrong direction? Or perhaps you achieved something but didn't feel satisfied? The 8th habit of successful people is goal review and reflection. Setting goals is important, but regularly reviewing and reflecting on them is what ensures progress, alignment, and improvement. Without reflection, you may continue working hard, but not smart. Goal review is about checking your progress. Are you moving closer to your goals? Are your actions effective? Reflection allows you to identify what's working, what's not, and what needs adjustment. Successful people don't blindly follow a plan. They evaluate and adapt. This habit prevents wasted effort, keeps focus sharp, and ensures that every action contributes to meaningful results. Reflection is not just about checking tasks, it's about understanding yourself. Ask questions like, did I give my best today? Did I overcome distractions? Did I learn something new? What could I have done differently? Honest answers reveal patterns in behavior, strengths, and areas for improvement. Over time, this self-awareness becomes a powerful tool for personal growth and better decision-making. Let me give you a story. A young professional set a goal to increase sales at work. He worked long hours, followed all strategies he had learned, but after 3 months, results were minimal. Instead of giving up, he reflected. He analyzed his methods, spoke to mentors, and asked clients for feedback. He realized that while he was working hard, he was targeting the wrong audience. After adjusting his approach, sales started to grow rapidly. Reflection turned frustration into success. One practical method successful people use is a weekly review. At the end of each week, they review their tasks, progress, and goals. They ask, what did I achieve? What didn't go well? What lessons did I learn? What should I focus on next week? This simple habit provides clarity and prepares them for the next week with purpose. Without this, work becomes reactive rather than proactive. Monthly or quarterly reviews are also powerful. They allow you to step back and see the bigger picture. Are your goals still relevant? Have your priorities changed? Are you developing the skills you need for long-term success? Life is dynamic, and goals must be flexible. Successful people embrace change by reviewing and adapting their goals regularly. Reflection also helps maintain motivation. When you see progress, even small, it reinforces confidence and momentum. When you notice mistakes, it's an opportunity to learn and improve, rather than feel discouraged. A habit of reflection teaches resilience. It shows that setbacks are not failures, but lessons guiding you toward better decisions. Journaling is an effective tool for goal review and reflection. Writing down your daily achievements, challenges, lessons, and ideas clarifies thoughts and provides a record of progress. Over time, reviewing old entries can show how far you've come. remind you of important lessons, and inspire continued effort. Many successful people credit journaling as a key habit that drives growth and insight. Another aspect of reflection is celebrating milestones. It's easy to overlook achievements when you are focused on the next goal. Reflection helps you pause, acknowledge progress, and reward yourself. Celebrating milestones not only boosts motivation, but also reinforces the habit of consistent effort, creating a positive feedback loop. Let's talk about accountability. Successful people often review their goals with mentors, coaches, or peers. Sharing progress with someone else provides perspective, encourages honest reflection, and increases commitment. Accountability partners can offer advice, challenge assumptions, and celebrate achievements, making the reflection process more effective. Self-reflection is also about emotional awareness. Understanding your emotions during progress or setbacks helps you manage stress, maintain focus, and make better choices. Successful people recognize that emotional intelligence is as important as skills or knowledge. Reflection develops this awareness and ensures that you remain balanced and resilient. Practical daily habits for goal review and reflection. 1. Spend 10 to 15 minutes at the end of the day reviewing accomplishments and challenges. 2. Ask, what went well? What can I improve? What did I learn today? 3. Update your goals or actions if needed. 4. Plan the next day with intention. For weekly reflection. 1. Review your weekly goals and achievements. 2. Adjust tasks for the next week based on results. 3. Note lessons learned and progress made. For monthly reflection. 1. Evaluate long-term goals and priorities. 2. Assess skills and knowledge gained. 3. Celebrate milestones and reset focus areas. Reflection ensures that your efforts align with your vision. Without it, even the most disciplined person may wander aimlessly. By making reflection a habit, you stay intentional, learn from experiences, and continuously improve. This habit separates those who succeed with purpose from those who simply work hard without direction. So, my friend, ask yourself, how often do you review your goals and reflect on your progress? If it's been a while, start today. Take 10 minutes tonight to review what you accomplished, what challenges you faced, and what you learned. Write it down, adjust your actions, and plan your next steps. Consistent reflection transforms effort into results, mistakes into lessons, and goals into achievements. Habitual reflection is not just about looking back. It's about moving forward smarter, stronger, and more prepared for the journey ahead. Habit 9. Financial awareness. Money is one of the most powerful tools in life. It can open doors, provide freedom, and create opportunities, but it can also create stress and limitations if not managed wisely. That's why the 9th habit of successful people is financial awareness. They don't just earn money, they understand it, track it, manage it, and use it intentionally. Financial awareness is the foundation for freedom, security, and long-term success. Financial awareness starts with knowing where your money goes. Many people earn well but feel broke at the end of the month. Why? Because they don't track expenses, budget properly, or plan for the future. Successful people monitor every dollar. They know what comes in, what goes out, and how it aligns with their goals. Awareness creates control. Without it, money controls you. Budgeting is a critical part of financial awareness. A budget is not a restriction. It's a plan for your money. It ensures that you spend less than you earn, save for the future, and allocate funds for your priorities. Successful people create budgets that reflect their values and goals, not just their immediate desires. They understand the difference between needs, wants, and opportunities. Saving and investing are also essential. Financially aware individuals don't wait until they have extra money. They pay themselves first. A portion of every income is set aside for savings and investments. This habit builds security and creates wealth over time. Whether it's a retirement fund, stocks, or a business, investing wisely multiplies the impact of your money. Successful people know that time is their greatest ally when it comes to money growth. Debt management is another key aspect. Successful people avoid unnecessary debt, pay off high-interest loans quickly, and use credit wisely. They understand the difference between productive debt, like investing in education or a business, and harmful debt, like credit card overspending. Financial awareness allows them to make informed decisions, avoid financial stress, and maintain control over their resources. Understanding financial goals is crucial. Money alone does not create happiness or success. It is a tool to achieve your vision. Financially aware people set clear, measurable goals. Short-term goals like saving for a trip, medium-term goals like buying a car, and long-term goals like retirement or financial independence. Each decision they make is aligned with these goals, ensuring that money works for them, not against them. Let me share a story. A young professional earned a high salary, but spent recklessly, living paycheck to paycheck. He realized he needed a change, so he tracked every expense, created a budget, and set clear goals. He started saving and investing small amounts each month. Over a few years, he built an emergency fund, reduced debt, and even invested in a side business. His life transformed, not because he earned more, but because he became financially aware. Awareness gave him freedom and confidence. Financial education is a continuous process. Successful people read books, attend seminars, and follow experts to expand their knowledge about money, investing, and wealth creation. They know that understanding money is not a one-time event, but a lifelong skill. The more you learn about money, the better decisions you can make, and the more opportunities you can create. Tracking progress is also part of financial awareness. Just like goals in business or personal growth, financial goals require monitoring. Reviewing your budget, investments, savings, and spending habits regularly allows you to adjust and improve. This habit prevents waste, reduces risk, and maximizes growth. Small, consistent adjustments compound into significant financial stability over time. Mindset plays a critical role in financial awareness. Successful people view money as a tool, not a goal. They avoid greed, impulsive spending, or comparing themselves to others. Instead, they focus on value, long-term planning, and responsible management. A positive financial mindset prevents poor decisions, stress, and mistakes that can derail even high earners. Practical daily habits for financial awareness include 1. Tracking all income and expenses. 2. Saving a fixed portion of income first. 3. Avoiding unnecessary debt and impulsive purchases. 4. Reviewing financial goals weekly or monthly. 5. Educating yourself about investments, savings, and financial strategies. By building these habits, you create a strong foundation for financial freedom, security, and growth. Financial awareness is not just about money, it's about control, confidence, and choices. With it, you can pursue opportunities, handle challenges, and live a life aligned with your values and goals. Reflection is also important. Ask yourself, are my daily financial habits aligned with my long-term goals? Am I spending wisely, saving consistently, and investing intelligently? Honest answers will reveal gaps and opportunities for improvement. Small, consistent actions in financial management compound over time, creating freedom and peace of mind. Financial awareness also reduces stress. When you know where you stand, plan for the future, and have emergency savings, life becomes more manageable. You make decisions from a position of knowledge, not panic. Success becomes sustainable because money is no longer a source of worry. It's a tool to achieve your vision. So, my friend, ask yourself, how aware are you of your financial situation today? Are you managing money intentionally or letting it slip through your fingers? Start small. Track your spending, set a budget, save a portion of your income, and learn continuously. Financial awareness is a habit that empowers you, creates opportunities, and provides the freedom to focus on what truly matters in life. Make it a priority today, and your future self will thank you. Habit 10. Giving back. Contribution. Have you ever noticed that the most fulfilled and admired people aren't just successful? They give back. They share knowledge, help others, and contribute to their communities. That's why the 10th habit of successful people is giving back or contribution. Success is not just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about how you use your success to make a positive impact in the world. Giving back creates purpose, fulfillment, and deeper meaning in life. Contribution can take many forms. It could be mentoring someone, volunteering your time, donating money to a cause, or sharing your skills and knowledge. Successful people understand that life is not just about accumulating wealth, status, or possessions. True success includes the positive difference you make in the lives of others. Giving back is a habit that multiplies impact and creates lasting legacy. Why is giving back so important? Because helping others creates connections, trust, and gratitude. It strengthens communities and inspires a ripple effect of positivity. When you share your resources or knowledge, you empower others to achieve their potential. Successful people recognize that their success is often built on the support of others, and they repay that support through contribution. This habit also keeps them grounded and humble, reminding them that life is bigger than individual achievement. A positive impact doesn't require huge resources. Even small acts of kindness or guidance can change lives. Mentoring a young professional, donating a small portion of your income, or volunteering a few hours a week can create meaningful outcomes. Success is multiplied when it lifts others, and giving back ensures that your success has a lasting effect beyond your personal achievements. Let me share a story. A successful entrepreneur built a thriving business but felt something was missing. He decided to mentor young entrepreneurs in his community, sharing insights, lessons, and encouragement. Over time, many of these mentees became successful themselves, some starting businesses that contributed to the local economy and community. The mentor's impact went far beyond his own business. It created a network of positive change. Contribution created purpose, fulfillment, and influence that money alone could never provide. Giving back also nurtures personal growth. Teaching, mentoring, or helping others challenges your knowledge, patience, and communication skills. You gain new perspectives, understand challenges differently, and develop empathy. Successful people see contribution as an opportunity to learn and grow while making a difference. The act of helping others strengthens character and emotional intelligence, two traits essential for long-term success. Another reason giving back is a habit of successful people is that it creates legacy. Achievements are temporary. Influence and impact last. By contributing, you leave behind knowledge, support, and inspiration that can benefit generations. Philanthropy, mentoring, and community engagement allow your influence to extend far beyond your lifetime. Successful people think beyond themselves. They aim to create a better world that continues to flourish long after they are gone. A practical way to build this habit is to start small and consistent. Allocate a portion of your income for charitable giving. Volunteer a few hours each month. Share your expertise freely with someone who can benefit from it. Encourage and support peers or team members. Over time, these small acts of contribution compound into a powerful pattern that becomes a natural part of your life. Contribution also strengthens relationships. When you help others without expecting anything in return, trust and respect are built. People naturally gravitate toward those who uplift, guide, and support them. Networking, mentorship, and collaboration are all enhanced through a mindset of giving. Successful people understand that wealth and influence grow when shared responsibly, not hoarded selfishly. Reflection is also part of giving back. Ask yourself, how can I use my skills, resources, and time to positively impact others? Who can benefit from my knowledge, support, or guidance? How can I leave a meaningful legacy? Successful people regularly reflect on these questions, ensuring that contribution is intentional and aligned with their values and goals. Giving back is not limited to financial resources. Time, knowledge, encouragement, and support are equally valuable. For example, a few hours spent mentoring can have a life-changing effect on someone's career. Sharing your expertise in workshops or online platforms helps countless people grow and succeed. Even a simple act of kindness or advice can have far-reaching effects. Contribution is about creating value, not just giving money. Practical daily habits for giving back include 1. Help someone without expecting anything in return. 2. Share knowledge or insights with a peer or mentee. 3. Volunteer time or skills for a community project. 4. Donate to a cause you care about regularly. 5. Encourage and support others in their goals. By making contribution a habit, you create a life filled with purpose, meaning, and positive influence. Successful people know that true fulfillment comes from helping others, not just achieving personal goals. Contribution amplifies success, strengthens communities, and inspires those around you. So, my friend, ask yourself, how are you giving back today? Are you using your success, knowledge, and resources to make a difference, or keeping it all to yourself? Start small, start consistent, and make contribution a natural part of your life. Remember, giving back is not only a habit of successful people, it is the secret to a meaningful, impactful, and fulfilled life. By lifting others, you elevate yourself, and your influence will continue to grow long after your own achievements. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Now that we've explored the 10 essential habits of successful people, it's time to reflect on how you can apply them in your own life. Remember, success is not built overnight. It's built day by day, habit by habit. Start small, stay consistent, and focus on progress rather than perfection. Each habit, whether it's managing your time, maintaining health, cultivating a positive mindset, reviewing goals, or giving back, compounds over time to create extraordinary results. Your actions today shape your tomorrow, so commit to implementing even one habit this week and watch the transformation begin. If you found this series helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit. Keep learning, stay disciplined, and remember, your journey to success begins with the habits you practice every single day.